Hi guys, I'm Kelly from FitnessBlender.com, and today I have day one of a 3-day challenge that involves stretching, range of motion, and overall feeling really great and becoming more flexible. So today the routine is going to be focusing on really fluid motions. We're going to be moving from one stretch to the other. At some points this might feel more like a workout. We'll see how this goes. You won't need any equipment at all for this. Let's go ahead and get started. If your muscles are very cold, if you have been sitting for a long time, you might want to do a little extra bit of a warm-up. Otherwise, we're just going to do just a couple short minutes of kind of moving around, and you can do this any which way you want to. Just kind of really gently moving, getting your blood flowing a little bit, loosening up your limbs, do a couple shoulder rolls, flail your arms around, overhead, back behind your body, any which way where you get just a little bit of a stretch. Kind of fluidly kick yourself in the butt. I'm gonna do just a little bit of moving around. Even though we're not holding these stretches for a long time, it will still make it feel better when you get into those ranges of motion. So you don't even need shoes for this. This is definitely low impact. All three of these workouts will be. Today we are doing these fluid stretches, and tomorrow we will be doing a yoga Pilates mix, and on the third day we're going to be doing static stretches, so stretches that you hold for a long time in an effort to really boost that flexibility. So once you're starting to feel a little bit warmed up, once you've got those feet moving a little bit, go ahead and plant them, and we're going to work on our neck. So first we're going to be looking left and right. So just nice and slow, take your time, no rush here, and you do not have to move at the same pace as me. Do what feels good for you. So this whole time, none of this should cause any pain. So especially since we're not holding these stretches, we're moving through all of these. These are all very dynamic, fluid stretches. So you don't want to feel any pain. So just press into it when you start to feel a little bit of tension, and then lay off and move back to the other side. Alright, next up we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to tilt our head from side to side. So starting here in the center, you're going to lean off to one side, feel a little bit of tension there, now slowly move over to the other side. You can always turn on some music that relaxes you. You can always follow along with me very loosely. Do your own freestyle stretch and then come back to this video when you need more ideas. Alright, next up we are going to be looking up and then down. So coming back to that center neutral position, you're going to look up and then back down. So again, you're not forcing any of these ranges of motion. You're just gently leaning into it. Take nice deep breaths. You're going to feel all relaxed by the time we're done here. Alright, next up we are going to go from corner to corner. So coming back to that center position, look up on one side and then down and across to the other side. This feels really good if you, like me, I ironically have a desk job. I don't actually work out for a living. I only get to film like once or twice a month. And if you spend your workday at the computer, this feels awesome after you. It's really hard to maintain good posture when you're working on a computer all day long. Alright, so we're going to do the opposite. So start at the other upper corner and then look down. Keep your knees nice and soft. Make sure you're not locking anything out. Alright, so one more of these, and we're going to do some neck rolls. So right here, we're going to scoop downward. Like I said, take your time. And look back up. Really exaggerate that motion. Okay, next up, we are going to start moving into our shoulders and chest a little bit. So you're going to come forward, really, again, exaggerate this motion, kind of arch your back away from yourself, like you're trying to press your chest away from your fingertips. Now slowly come back out and do the opposite. So this time you're pulling away, you're pushing your chest forward. You can even pull your wrist back for a little bit of a wrist stretch there. Now smoothly back and forth between these two positions. Keep it going. This is a really great one for hunched shoulders. Again, really helps combat those long hours at the desk. This next one is going to feel really great too. So go ahead and relax your arms, lower them back down, and we're going to do a shoulder roll. So we'll do just a few backwards. Again, really exaggerate this motion. Just press the whole weight you're pressing into that stretch. Now do a few forward, shrug up, push them down. Now we're going to alternate. So back, and then forward. Just keep that motion going. Focus on pressing your shoulders down and away from your ears at that bottom of the circle. All right, so now we're going to do big arm circles. So up and back. So this might look different for each person. This will look different for each person. So don't feel bad if when you do arm circles it looks different than mine do right now. I'll break it apart single. So do one. Try to keep your hips locked into place so you're getting all shoulder and torso through there. And if you feel things crunching, I know I do right now, as long as there's no pain associated with those pops, there shouldn't be any reason for concern. Like I said, you shouldn't be feeling pain at any point throughout this. All right, now we'll go forward. So single arm, forward, forward. All right, now let's do both together. We'll go back, come back down, and go forward. All right, so next up, we're going to come back to the center, so arms in front, and try to keep this arm pointing forward and try to just turn through your chest. So you're opening your chest up again. Keep your hips locked forward the best that you can. Go ahead and turn your neck and look behind you while you do this. Okay, so next up, we are going to lean from side to side. We're going to warm up our torso, our sides and obliques a little bit here. So I'm going to lean over yourself, so you should feel a nice stretch through your side here. Only press into it to where you're comfortable. Hold it for just a second before you reach back over. Alright, so next up we are going to work a little bit on our backs as well as our legs. So arms overhead, stretch your fingers, really exaggerate it again. Try to act like you're trying to pull them away from your body. Take a deep breath. Stretch overhead really quickly where you slowly lower your arms, and now you're gonna round your back and even bend at your knees a little bit to get a good stretch to reach down as far as you can. Really soft toe touch here. I'll come back up. Again with that deep breath. Stretch here, lean to each side, kind of enjoy that a little bit. Nice relaxing stretch. Now stretch those fingers out and come back down. Remember, keep your knees nice and soft and go ahead and round your back to come down as low as you can. Come back up. All right, we'll do that one more time. And forward, fold. All right, so now we're going to do something a little bit different. So this time we're going to reach with our toes. We're going to go overhead, straight up over our arms in next to our ears. Kind of pull your arms back. It's not going to be a big range of motion, but you should feel stretch through your arms here. Then we're going to come back down, and this time keep your back flat. So keep your back incredibly flat, and it will definitely limit your range of motion, but you're also stretching something different. You should really feel this extra, especially in your hamstrings, the back of your thighs. Now come back up. Do that overhead stretch again. And forward again. All right, come back up here. So we're going to do one more of these. Okay, now we're going to do some warrior jacks. So one foot forward, the other one pointed in line with your arms. You're going to lean out a little bit here. Get just a few pulses, then come back to the center. Reach your arms away from yourself. Switch your foot position so that this foot is now pointed in the direction of your arms. Lean in just a little bit. So you should be feeling this through this leg. You should be feeling this through your upper body. You get a good chest stretch by acting as if you're trying to pull your arms back from yourself. And this inner thigh, you should also feel stretched through there. One more set of those. I'm going to do a slight variation of that. Here's our last one. All right, now we're going to lean forward. So we're going to get that side in there much more. So coming over, going to reach, pull up over your head even. Now come back down and switch, do that on the opposite side. Just go back and forth. Remember, this should feel good. So if you need to, you can straighten your arm and just barely stretch over there. Do what you need to. It's all going to be 100% depending on what feels good for you. And if anything ever feels uncomfortable, or you find a position that just doesn't feel right, or it causes you pain, or you just can't quite get into it, just do a stretch that you feel more comfortable with until we are done with that one, and then you can get right back into it. We'll do one more of these on each side. All right, so now we're going to drop down into a runner's lunge. So bend forward with this foot, so you're going to get a good hip flexor stretch here. You can get a calf stretch if you try to press your heel into the ground, but we're going to straighten this leg. Just enjoy that stretch in this leg right here, in the backs of your thighs. Now lean forward, back to the opposite stretch, and just rock back and forth here a few times. And if you can't straighten this leg, don't worry about it. That does require some flexibility, so just do the best that you can. One more of those, and we'll go to the other side. All right, we'll come back up. Come over to this other side, quick side stretch. I'll fold forward, back into that runner's lunge. So again, leaning forward and then pulling back. All right, next up we're going to be lying down on the mat. So just one more of these. We'll move on. I can definitely tell this side is tighter. And these workouts are really great for that, figuring out where you are more stiff than others. Some muscle groups that need a little extra love. So pay attention. It's really important feedback. So we're going to walk down nice and slow, go for your toes, bend at the knees if you have to, whichever way you need to. You're going to walk yourself out nice and slow. And once you are roughly in a downward dog position, I'm going to shove your head between your arms and try to get your heels on the ground. And either way, even if you can't, we're going to kind of pedal right here. Just do your best, alternate which side you're stretching, so you should feel this through the calf of the leg that is going down, as well as through the back of that thigh. All right, now I'm going to walk it out nice and slow. Go ahead and lower yourself. We'll come up here, just press up just a little bit, and then let yourself back down. Feel a stretch through front of your core. All right, press up into a child's pose really quickly. Enjoy that feeling. Kind of wiggle back and forth. Find your tight spots. And come back up. Okay, so now we're going to sit. You've got a mat, that's great. Sit crisscross. You're gonna sit nice and tall here. Just take a nice couple deep breaths. All right, so from here, we're going to do a side lean. So bring this arm up and lean. You can even support yourself with this hand if you feel like you need it. Back to the center, and repeat on the opposite side. I have Loki hair all over me. If anyone else has a dog and any tips on how to get out of the house without dog hair all over, please share in the comments below. It's like he sees clean clothes and he gets all excited because he has to make them his. Alright, so now we are going to sink forward. So staying in this position, roll out nice and slow so you feel a good stretch through your, again, through the hips and the back of the thighs. A little bit through the hip flexors as well. Lean forward, reach away from yourself, go from one side to the other. Now walk yourself back up, nice and slow. I'm gonna keep your chin tucked into your chest to get a good stretch through the back of your neck. Then pull away from yourself. All right, we'll lean forward one more time. Walk yourself out. Stay here, take a nice deep breath. And walk back in. Remember to keep your neck tucked. Feel a good stretch through these muscles in your neck. And lean away from yourself. It looks kind of funny, but it feels really good. All right, so next up, we are going to pop your legs out here, and we're going to be going from side to side. So come down to one leg, as little or as much range of motion as you've got. It's totally fine. Don't judge yourself. Now you're going to walk over all the way through the center to that other leg. So again, you might find that your body's talking to you here. You might find that you're much more flexible on one side than the other, and that just is going to help highlight what you need to work on. Try not to get discouraged. Think of yourself as a project that you have to always be working on. Keep it going. And as you go through, towards the last half of these repetitions, you're going to find that your body gives a little. So as your muscles, they get used to that stretch, you're going to find that you can press into the range of motion deeper. So while I don't want you to be feeling any pain, I do want you to be paying attention. And when your muscles start to warm and they start to let you move a little deeper, go ahead and do it. Be willing to change your pace as you go through that exercise. All right, so we're going to come up through the center, reach for your toes right here. Kind of come up, pull your toes, or pull your toes up towards you, and then lean back out. Flex your feet. Sit up nice and straight, pull your shoulders back. Now, lean forward again. One more time. All right, now we're going to tuck our feet up underneath us, and this stretch has a couple of variations, so if you feel uncomfortable with pressing all the way up, you're going to reach back, come to the center, switch sides, and reach up on the other side. If you want more of a stretch, you're going to put your hand on the ground out here and then press all the way up. Lean away from yourself. Can definitely hear things cracking here, but it feels good. All right, a couple more. Right, one more on the opposite side, and then we're going to move into a deep glute stretch. All right, so go ahead and lay flat on your back here. So I'm going to be pulling one leg up over here, grab behind this thigh, and then the difference here is that I want you to kind of rock back and forth. So however much you can control without toppling over, just kind of hold this stretch and then move around. Again, you're looking for those tight spots and you're just working really lightly, really gently into them. You're not forcing anything. All right, go ahead and switch sides. Okay, so next up we are going to stick one leg up in the air. So plant one foot, stick the other up in the air, and you're going to flex your toe and lean. Keep your leg straight, but act like you're going to try to pull it into yourself. And you're going to find that your muscles push back, and that's fine. Then point your toe, lower, and come back up. And as you come back up, flex that foot again. Point your toe. Just keep that going. Make sure you're breathing. So my secret for flexibility and routines like this are that I do them while I'm watching TV. So it's kind of cheating. It probably lessens the relaxation variable a little bit, just because television has been shown to induce a stress syndrome after a certain amount of time. However, it's not quiet time. I'm not lighting candles in a room alone, but it makes it so that I get it done. Because if I'm preoccupied with one of my favorite shows, then a half an hour stretch just flies right by. And then instead of sitting in front of the TV on my butt, I have actually improved my flexibility and range of motion. So just the cheat I wanted to share with you. It helps a lot for me. So we're going to switch feet, repeat on that opposite side, point your toe until you get to the top. You're going to flex that foot, lean into that stretch a little bit, and point your toe and come back down. Nice and slow, take your time. Up. We are almost done here. So you can do this really any of the days of this 3-day challenge with basically any other training plan, because stretching is not going to set back your healing time. In fact, it's going to help you while your muscles are healing. It's going to make sure that you don't lose range of motion while you're building strength and endurance. So this little 3-day plan can complement pretty much any training type or goal. All right, one more of these. All right, so now you're going to bend at the knee and just kind of let your support this leg, but let it bend out, just kind of roll it out and then back in. So you're working that hip joint. You don't have to leave it unsupported if you don't feel comfortable with that. Lower it as close to the ground as you can get it, then round it back up. All right, let's go ahead and do that on the opposite side. So pulling that leg up and kind of rocking in that hip joint. Like I said, this could look very different for each person at home. So respect your own body and what it needs. All right, just a couple more of these. All right, so I'm gonna lay out flat here and take one leg, top it over the other, try to keep your shoulders on the ground. Just got a big pop out of my back that felt really good. And gently twist the waist there. And go to the other side. Kind of rock back and forth here. Press into it momentarily. And back off. Switch to the other side. All right, one more on each side. The last one. All right, now we're going to come back to the center here. Arms overhead, feet stretched out. You're going to try to inch your hands and feet away from each other so you can lean to one side and lean to the other. You could do whatever feels good here. You're just focusing on stretching and then relaxing your body. So especially when you can strain and pull away from yourself, feel what that feels like, and then completely relax. And that contrast can be really relaxing because you realize how tight and tense that you were before. So pull away, inch away from yourself, and relax. Do that a couple more times. So reach away. And relax. All right, one more time. Here we go. And relax. All right, so you are free to stay like this as long as you want. Try to clear your head and do some breathing if you're feeling extra stressed. Otherwise, this workout is done. So make sure that you eat healthily when you're done here. Make sure that you drink lots of water and try to take the rest of the day off in terms of stress. Try to just dial it down just a little bit consciously. It can make a big difference. So I will see you guys for day 2 tomorrow. I hope that you like this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Otherwise, thank you for working out with me and good job, guys. This workout is complete.